Hello, and welcome back to another iRWC video, round 7 this week at COTA. Getting straight into the race, we have a decent quali putting us in P4, weren't able to find draft, but we get an absolutely stunning launch off the line, skyrocketing us into P2. We're going to try and go round the outside of Dylan Shepherd into turn 1, but he's just going to push us out over that curve. And we are not able to get that move done, so we're going to have to slot right in behind. Jack in the call with us once again for this week. And he has a pretty decent run, but it was a pretty good week this week. First 2 races went about as well as they could, and we unfortunately had to do some recovery in the feature. But just behind now, this first race was an absolute brawl between the 3 OPR boys and myself. It really was a 3 versus 1, and it was very, very difficult, to say the least, to be 1 versus 3. Dylan Shep in front of us here. We've got Miles Burgess right behind us, and Ryan Bettis not far as well, championship leader, of course. So we just need to follow through and keep these points coming. We have to stay in front of Ryan to get those points on him. And we get the draft down this massive back straight. We're going to look to the inside of Dylan Shepherd, get up the inside as one goes very deep in the background. I think that's Ellie Gardner, as we get the race lead on the first lap from P4 to P1 halfway through. And that is a very good start, about as good as we could have asked for. And we are just going to have to try and push and hold. As you can see, there is 3 OPR cars sitting behind, waiting just to poach that position. And it is just going to be a train. And we're all so evenly matched that it is so difficult. Yeah, really have to push each limit and concentrate very, very hard to keep it going. These Porsche Cup cars are just not one to be kind to any mistakes. I know they've got ABS now, but they are still very, very difficult. We run no TC, a fixed setup in this race, and yeah, it proves quite treacherous at times, spinning up those rear tires. But coming back into turn 1, you can see we're starting to pull a little bit of a gap to Shep as he closes it up on the apex of the corner there, going down to 0.4 seconds as we try to keep the moves in front of him, and it's just so hard to pull away from these guys. This is a track that you just can't really pull away from anyone because of how strong that draft is, and it is just so difficult. I didn't do enough practice, I don't think, for this track. I was struggling, really trying to do what the other boys were doing, and towards the last race I kind of just said, nah, stuff that, because I was struggling with the technique that they were using, and I just started doing what I was doing, and I started to find some time. So different driving styles and techniques, and just kind of works differently for different people. So let that be a lesson. Just do what you should be doing. So this corner here is, you know, all the boys taken in second, and I just found I was losing too much time through there as we go down the back straight, going to the inside, trying to break that draft from Dylan Shepherd behind us. We've got Ryan Bettis as well, not too far behind, as Dylan Shepherd is going to be 0.3, 0.2, and is more than alongside as we get to the apex. I thought this was a bit of a lunge looking in the mirror, but it wasn't at all. He was well close enough to be able to make that move. That's how we want to play. It was very fair. I definitely should have defended that one to hold that position. But now we have Ryan Bettis, the championship leader, on our behind. And he is going to be hungry to get in front of us to not lose any points to his teammate Dylan Shepherd. Of course, these guys 1 and 2 in the championship, as Jack has a bit of a moment.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm going to dive bomb in every fucking corner and spin myself out.
As you can see, a bit motionless as I'm a bit numb to Jack's antics at times, but they are quite funny, and I do enjoy singing a call with him each Monday. Coming into the back, we have half look on Dylan Shepherd going onto the back straight as Ryan Bettis gets up our inside on the exit of the corner. Down this long back straight, you can see Shep getting across, giving him the draft, and we're going to get side drafted by Ryan Bettis.
Man, I just get fucking bullied.
And yeah, as I said, we just get bullied by these teams. It's very hard to be a solo driver, as Ryan Bettis gets that draft. You can see we're just trying to squeeze it through. We brake way too late. We managed to get it stuck on the corner, managing to hold somewhat of a position. Shep gets back through. We broke way too late for that hairpin as Ryan Bettis we're now side by side with. We're going to go through. He's going to lift. He's going to go right up our inside. And an absolutely lovely move from the championship leader there. That is why he is leading the championship. Very, very nice move. Mars Burgess just trying to sneak a nose up the inside through the triple right and not able to do it. These corners were so difficult. You can see just on, off on the throttle.
It's literally me versus the whole of fucking OPR.
And I was not happy about being alone up the front. But that's racing. Sometimes you are left alone to fight against the top. And
how am I meant to compete against
quite
this?
fun. It is quite fun. I get a little flustered in the moment, and I get a little bit annoyed. But overall, it is actually quite fun running in this league. And the racing's pretty good. I mean, Bettis and I have a really good battle. He goes really deep into turn one and managed to get under him into turn one and get the position back of P2. And will we be able to hold it? That is the real question. We are on lap 4, and there is still 4 more laps to go in this race. We just go to 8 laps, just passing the 7-lap mark. As you can see in the top left in the standings, you can see Bettis right up, giving us a push in the back there, giving us the hurry along as Shep is just starting to pull away now, as we just don't have the pace to stay with him. He's so fast in these cars. It's actually surprising that he is not leading the championship with how well he does in these opening races. But we continue on going in. We defend just a little bit as Bettis trying to get under us once again. And we're going to try and do everything we can to break the draft here. Trying to stay in Shep's draft in front is very, very difficult from 1.5. We're going to go to the inside as Bettis goes to our outside. We're going to be side by side down the back straight. Burgess is going to need to follow him through. Lockie Capel's getting involved now up the back as we send one up the inside, try and hold it side by side, and we stay side by side on the exit of the corner. Up the inside goes Bettis, and we manage to hold it round the outside. This time I'm going to be wise to the move that he did previously. We're going to brake early, cover that inside, and you can see he goes wide, trying to get that switch back on us on the exit of the corner, but we cover it off nicely, and that is job done on Ryan Bettis. But he does do this lovely move, goes deep, and I thought, okay, cool, that's fine, but we get a terrible run off the corner. He goes round our outside, which becomes the inside, and just gets us on the off track, and there's nothing I can really do to defend that. And yeah, just overall very good driving as Burgess now sticking his nose up the inside.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Get off me, cunt!
Not happy at all right there as these
so
OPR
hard to
cars
race against
are
these teams.
just bullying me. Getting up the inside, getting around the outside. We're going to be 3 wide going into turn 1. Burgess on that inside line, which then becomes the outside. So we managed to get right back into P2 after losing it. And we're now on to lap 5. And you can just see this whole race is just one big battle between the 3 of us. And it was actually very fun as Burgess cuts the chicane there, taking a slowdown. Not sure why he needed to cut that chicane, but it allows Bettis, right up the back of us. If you guys are enjoying the content as of late, as of course I do enjoy making it, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it does help me out. We are also running in another Porsche Cup Championship. This one is an open championship, and we are actually leading that championship as of recording this on Thursday. We won the race last night, run both races, so we are feeling very, very good with the Open Championship, and it's a year-long series, so on Wednesdays every 3 or 4 weeks we run races, as we get a little bit of a bump draft here from Ryan Bettis, and he has a fake look up the inside. We don't fall for it, gives us a bit of a nudge on the apex of the corner, as we just need to hold him behind us as we continue on. But yeah, that championship is going very, very well. That's a nice, fun one. No OPR in that one, but a couple of very, very fast drivers, and it is shaping up to be very, very interesting. But you will only be able to catch that one over on Twitch, so please do go check it out, give it a follow, and I hope to see you guys over there as we get another little bit of a bump from Ryan Bettis. He has really given us the hurry along through the triple right-hander as we come into the last corner, penultimate corner there, as Ryan
because we've
is
been fighting,
right
Dylan just
behind
gets
us.
away.
We go a little bit defensive,
But that's fine,
breaking
'cause
at
they're
our normal
teammates.
marker. We lose the rear a little bit on the apex, and it just allows Ryan up the inside there, unable to do anything about that as he sails through. As we move on to the last lap, that is going to be all she wrote. Frustrating run, to say the least. We probably should have kept Ryan behind us with how close the gap is, as we were trying to set up a send on the last lap, but there was nowhere
too far back, man.
near enough to be able to do that. As we come home in
stay with
P3
with
in that race.
Sending me, I couldn't do anything about it.
Moving on to race 2 now, and we once again get a very good launch off the start. Starting P8, we immediately get past Miles Burgess. We're going to be on the outside of Simon Mazomo, Samir, and Jared McLeod, whose birthday it actually was on this Monday. Yeah, just wish him a happy birthday in the comments, because I know he will see it. We just decide to stick in behind Jared as we have Mazomo on our outside. Kindly backs out of it. Jared trying to go around the outside, misjudges it, has to cut across the chicane, takes the slowdown, rejoins right in front of us, gives us a little bit of a squeeze. He goes a little bit deep. We're going to squeeze up the inside, which becomes the outside. We're going to hold it 2 by 2 as going up the hill, we manage to get it done on Jared McLeod. But what is this happening in front? That's Jack Wilkins and Alex Sikas, the silver championship in front of us. We give a little bit of a bump to Sam here. They're going to be 3 wide in front of us. We end up being 3 wide. Sam goes to cover Alex Sikas. We get alongside him and we get up the inside. So P8 to P2. Do we get it done? Yes! Lovely work on the opening lap of this race. As now we just have to set our sights forward to Lockie Capel in P1, who also had a very, very good start. Spinning in the previous race, going up that one position, as we can just see 2 wide behind us. They are fighting for position. We see if we get set. No, but Sikas is going to be side by side with Sam Muir as he pushes him out wide, and that is just going to help us to run away from this pack behind us and any of those OPR cars, as we definitely need to do. Moving on to lap 6 now. We are right behind Lockie Capel going into the last corner. We get a little bit of a worse exit, but we are going to hope that that draft can pull us all the way through down this back straight. It is so long to get down this back straight. You can see 0.3, 0.2. We are getting very, very close now. Going down to 0.1. We're going to pull to the inside. Brake just that little bit later. Get alongside at the apex. A little bit of contact, but I think it was quite fair, as Capel gets a much better exit than us on the outside and manages to hold the position. We are mindful of those OPR cars behind.
Otherwise these OPR boys get involved.
And that's what I was saying there, just not wanting to fight for too long. Need to get the move done quickly to keep these cars behind, as we get another look on lap 7 now. Right behind Lockie Capel. He's going to go defensive, almost braking a little bit. Not in a straight line, but I think that was perfectly fine. I didn't have any overlap. I don't think there's anything egregious there, but we have a much better run coming onto the back straight now, as we are right behind Lockie Capel. We're going to be a lot closer this time. We get alongside, using a little bit of that side draft. We're going to be fully alongside and into the braking zone. We have almost cleared him, and there it is. Parking it on that apex, making sure he can't get the switchback as he tries to get up alongside into the next corner, as we cover it off completely and not letting him get alongside. And job done. Thank you very much. We managed to get in the lead, finally taking home a lead towards the end of a race instead of at the start. As we come onto the white flag now,
we finally...
I commented this at the time, so I will let myself take it away.
Don't spin up the tyres. Lovely. We finally win a race in iRWC. Oh. About fucking time.
You won. You drove a great race.
Oh, good race, Lockie. We dropped a lot of time, but those 2 OPR cars are who we need to be beating, and that's some good points on them. So we need to be getting... Oh, we're gonna need to have a mega drive Turn 1, I think they're going to get too aggressive. Turn 1, we just have to make sure we don't get killed. Right. So, what can we do? Into the feature race now. We just need to survive turn 1. Can we do it? Is the real question. Off the line, we get a pretty decent start. Right, getting up alongside Lockie Capel immediately. Remember, rush round, so this is right to the back of the grid. We're starting dead last, winning that second race. We go, a gap opens up for us in the middle. We go right up the inside. We're going to be 3, 4, 5 wide into the corner. We just give a little bit of a turn on Alex Sikas. Nothing I could do there at all. We were absolutely squeezed from all sides. Just turn 1 COTA things as we continue forward. One off in front of us. It's Rick Cowling Fitzgerald from P5. There's a spin in front. It is Jared, unfortunately, on his birthday, spinning out. As we continue on, there's a spin in front of us. We try and follow Lockie Capel through and get collected on the rear. Unfortunately, as you hear the spotter say, we do have wheel damage. As you will see, we are right hand down on the straight here. As we come down the back straight, still on lap 1 now. We come through the hairpin, just trying to stay with Lockie Capel. We just get to full power a little early. And as I mentioned earlier, that 0 traction control support has caused us to come undone in this situation. So we lose even more time on the leaders. Cutting down to lap 4, we pit as early as we can, needing to hope that there is no safety car for the remainder of this race. We dive into the pits to take that fast repair and hope that we can push forward and push to the end to get all of our positions back, or at least some of them back. As a pretty good stop. Probably could have been a little bit better on the exit of the actual stop itself. But, you know, we were just in recovery mode as Lawford also pit this lap. But you can see 17 seconds, almost 18, over 18 seconds behind the next car, almost 19 seconds back from the next car, who is then 25 seconds from the lead. Hey, we're good to the end.
Really, really have our work cut out for us as we skip forward to lap 12, actually, where people start to dive into the pits. And you can see we've made up a bit of ground as there's a few people who have had mistakes. We're sitting in P17 as we continue forward, as couple people in the pit lane as we get past them as they come on pit exit. Jared McLeod on his way out of pit exit. We clear him nicely, and that puts us into P13. So good pace through the race. A couple of mistakes for sure, as the rest of the field is going to be in. And I was watching the gap, hoping that I would come out just in front of Sam Muir, but unfortunately, you will see now, we don't get to do that. So it's Ellie Gardner in the pits as well. Harry Dodds, Jamie Fleming, you can see them on pit exit. Where are we going to come out? Alex Sikas is on the inside, and we manage to just get in front of him. Going a little bit deep because I thought he might have a look at us, but we manage to pass them nice and easy going into P9 on this recovery drive.
I need to go here though.
Talking to Jack now as he is in front of us. We were needing to make a move. We're a little bit far back in a bit of a draft train here as we look to the inside, braking very late, getting in the ABS. We go very deep into the corner, and Jack just says, thank you very much, I will take that position back. So unfortunately losing us both a bit of time there, as that was definitely my mistake. As he says, yeah, you'll have to wait now, and I said, yeah, that's fine. As we continue on, and we need to get past, at a minimum, Scott Rankin to solidify these points and make sure that we don't lose as many points as we have lost already from being in this position. Dylan Shepard is in P3, you can see on the standings there. Blacklock is out in the lead with Mazomo, and you can see the length of the stops in front. So we definitely lost a bit of time from our pit stop, but that's okay as we go up inside of Mr. Wilkins.
Sorry.
As he wasn't too happy, but got to make the moves when you need to. As we come onto white flag, this is going to be a chase. 8/10 we need to catch on Mr. Scott Rankin in front of us as he goes really deep in turn 1, completely missing his braking point. That's going to help us absolutely loads as we are now 0.4 back. So he's half that gap just from making that one mistake. Jack as well, right behind us, 0.4. So Jack could also get the win for Silver Class, as this is the fight we are
really
in
thought I'd be
between
closer to
for the race win here. This is
I
the
hadn't spun, I
championship
would've
in
been
silver that we are in between,
P5
as Scotty Rankin is pushing forward.
Twice.
Any way I can help
So
Jack,
spun
I was
twice.
going to try, but we unfortunately weren't able to get that good of a run, as
here,
we
Scotty
still
boy.
get a better run than Scott Rankin in front. Pushing right behind. Is he going to defend into the corner? We show the nose just a little bit, trying to fake him out, playing those mind games as he goes a little bit deep. It looks like we try and stick that nose up the inside, unable to get it done.
Come here,
Not
Scotty
the
boy.
best of runs through the corner, as we are now in that draft. Scott Rankin, no draft in front of us. We're on 16 incident points. If we get a 4x here, we do not finish this race, as we get a drive-through. We're going to have to launch one up the inside. We go very, very late on Scott Rankin, getting up that inside line, getting much better traction on the exit of the corner, and we get that job done very, very nicely, moving our way up into P7, in fact. So not too bad in the grand scheme of things, as that is going to be how it finishes. So a decent recovery drive.
Oh, if I hadn't spun that second time.
Yeah,
Well, I had
yeah,
the
that
damage. We
second
would've been
spin
P4, maybe
probably
even
would have put
P3.
us in P4
We
or
would've been
P3.
well
as we
in
did
this.
lose that time, and unfortunately that was the way that it finished in the feature race. So losing those points crucial to our championship.
What the fuck?
As we come across the line, as Alex Sikas was absolutely sending Jack behind and redressed it. Thankfully,
it's a
so
decent recovery.
Jack managed to hold P2
What the
in that
fuck
one.
was that, Sam?
Taking a look at the standings now, Ryan Bettis extends that championship lead over Dylan Shepherd, as we lose a couple of points to those two in front. The gap is now 64 points to Ryan Bettis, as it is 32 to Dylan Shepherd from Ryan. As, yeah, 32 and 32, and then 63 down to Samir in P4. So still all of us well in it. Sam is a little bit further away. Not too many more rounds to go. It is getting very, very tight at the top of the table. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch you guys later.